guys, Detector here. So today I am at another island, again off the coast of Tarpon Springs, Florida. So you can see it, well I hope you can see it, behind me. So, yeah. Alright, so I'll be doing some metal detecting out in the water today. Hopefully I'll be able to do some detecting because the water is pretty rough actually. We weren't expecting it to be this rough, but I'll be in the water today, so hopefully I'll be able to use my chest mount and I'll be able to get some underwater shots. So that's the plan for today's hunt. Let me show you guys my metal detector. So I'm out here again with my X-Cow, as you can tell. Here we go. This is my Excalibur 2. I finally bought one, in case you guys weren't up to speed on it. I finally bought one, so this is it. And I also upgraded my shaft. So this is an Anderson shaft. You can see it right there. Detectorshafts.com, AndersonDetectorshafts.com. So this is the over-under carbon fiber shaft, and it's just the upper. I don't have the lower, but you can get it for, you can get the carbon fiber for this lower part down here, I believe. And they sell it for several different machines. I know they have it for the CTX and a whole bunch of other ones, so if you're interested in it, definitely head over to their website and check out what they have to offer. This will be my second hunt with it, so I'm really excited. I was blown away by how it really reduced the, I guess, the weight of the machine on my shoulder. By having the control box and the battery up underneath your forearm, because it goes like this, so you know you're having it right here. By having all of this weight underneath your forearm, it reduces the strain on your shoulder. The stock shaft has it like right around here, and it's on top. So not only is it in front of you, but it's also on top. So, you know, now you have that weight balancing, you know, kind of precariously on the top of the shaft, versus this has it underneath and closer to your body. One thing that I am going to do is I did get some recommendations. Tony Eisenhower gave me a recommendation to move my coil up closer, and that'll help kind of bring more of this extra weight closer to my body. So I will be doing that. I'll go ahead and shift like all of this up by about a foot or so, and hopefully, you know, that'll, I mean, it's not going to be like pounds of difference, but hopefully I'll be able to notice, you know, a little bit of difference, because it'll just make it a little bit lighter and easier to swing. So I will be doing that. But this is what I'll be hunting with out in the water today, and I'm still thinking of a name for it. I know I got a recommendation from one of y'all, and he actually helped me name, I believe it was Elsie, my land or sea pinpointer, which I also have with me. Well, I forget what he helped me name. I've got names for all of my gear, but he helped me name one of my other pieces of gear, and he recommended Ringer for the X-Cow, because I was with the X-Cow when I found my first ring. So that's, you know, definitely an option. But I wanted to see what you guys thought I should name it. Again, it's the Minelab Excalibur 2. Ooh, ah. So if you have any suggestions on a name, definitely let me know. And I want to show you guys, I got a gift from a subscriber, and he also has his own channel, Michael Oliver. He sent this to me, so thank you so much for sending this to me. Now, if you've ever watched any of his videos, which I'm sure some of y'all have, because he also does water metal detecting, I'm sure you've seen this shovel in a couple of his videos, so you probably already knew. You were like, I know that shovel. So yeah, again, this is from Michael Oliver, and again, I can't tell you how thankful I am and how grateful I am that you sent this to me. This is amazing, and I'm excited to get to try it out today. So we shall see how it performs in the Florida waters. In case you guys didn't know, Michael Oliver, is located in Australia. So we shall see how it does over here in our waters. All right, so I'm gonna get set up, and we can get to doing some metal detecting. All right, guys, so I got my first target. It's probably a bottle cap, honestly. So let's try out the new shovel. Ah! torque I can put on this handle yet, because I've not used it before, so I don't want to put too much and risk breaking it. I found it. It's like a piece of a can, probably. Alright, so I've got another target here in the water. But again, I don't think it's I don't think it's gonna be anything good. I think it's gonna be a bottle cap, honestly. Or a pull tab, probably a pull tab. Alright, so I do believe I got it. Oh, there it is. I was looking down here and it's sitting up right here. Yep, pull tab. All right. But is there something else? I was just trying to change my threshold sound from what it was. So by bringing it out of the water and then like just kind of dipping it in and out of the water changes the threshold. Because the bad thing about having a plastic scoop is it used to be when I found something that would make my threshold drop to kind of like a low sound, I would swing my coil over Rex and it would take it back up to a real nice sounding tone. But I can't do that with this scoop because I don't have, it's all plastic. So yeah, so I'm gonna fill in my hole a little bit. It's not a very big hole. The water movement is really filling it in rather quickly, but just kick in a little bit more sand. There you go. All right. So I got another target here. Getting closer to land. Yeah. Missed it. Figuring out the angle on this scoop is pretty difficult. Let's see if I got it. Yes. There it is. Yep, bottle cap. Alright guys, I got another target here. I don't know what to make of this one. There's something over there. I got it, whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah. Foil. Alright guys, so this video is going to be 2 hunts put together. So when I went out the last time, the water was really choppy, and I'm sure you guys could see that when I was doing my opening sequence. I had my machine laying on the boat and it was just moving all like this. That wasn't me moving, that was the water moving the boat. It was very choppy. And so I wasn't able to hunt for very long. I was just getting beat up and pushed all around in the water. I had to move farther inland or towards the land to be able to recover the targets. And even then I was digging, just crap targets. So I went ahead and called that hunt quits, and now I'm at a new location. I'm actually at Clearwater Beach. So again, this video has 2 different hunts. So I'm at Clearwater Beach right now. I'm not going to tell you where, I'm just at Clearwater Beach. But I still have all of my same gear. Now I did change the cable here for my detector. Before it was kind of all spread out down here, and on the recommendation of Tony Eisenhower, I moved the cable up. So I have more of the weight closer to my body instead of down here by the coil. So we'll see how that changes the way the detector handles or how it feels. I have Rex, I've got my shoes, my gloves, I got all my good stuff. Yeah, high tide was about 2 hours ago and it's going out right now, so I'm still pretty much at high tide right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna get set up and I'm gonna hunt some of the dry sand on my way to the water. So, alright, let's do some more detecting. Alright guys, so I started digging some targets here. I dug a dime, and then I just found a little earring. And there's something right here. Sounds really good. Oh, look at that. A quarter. Quarter. Woo! Alright. Let me show you guys that little earring that I just found. So it's like a little flower earring. The post is broken off of it, so I'm sure it's around here somewhere. But there's that. I just found a quarter, and it's all been like I found the earring right here, filled that in. Then I found, I found the dime, filled that in. Then I found over here was the earring, and then the quarter was just right there. So there's something here. It's pretty low sounding though. I don't see anything. I don't know. Oh, there it is. It's like foil or something. Garbage. So now I'm just checking this whole general area for anything else. Oh. Found another coin. Another dime. So let me fill in these holes. There you go. Check over here. Nope. Oh. Oh my God, guys. Check it out. Number two. Number two. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure it's bling. It definitely looks fake. It's like all tarnished on the inside, but not like a silver tarnish. Yeah, I don't see any markings inside. Ah! This is awesome. I've been out here not even 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. Just hunting this dry sand. I haven't even made it to the water yet. I found ring number 2. This is awesome. Yes. Fantastic day. Alright, I'm going to keep searching this area because, well, let me look. So it's if someone was wearing this as like a wedding set, I imagine that there's another ring that's somewhere around here. Everyone always says if you find like one specific band to keep looking around the area because there could be the other band with the big stone on it, because these are just little ones. So I'm going to keep searching this area. Ring number 2. Alright, so I found a nickel and I eyeballed this bottle cap. Alright, let's see what else is hiding around these trees. That's a bottle cap. There's something sounding really good here. Penny. Got a penny. What else? I just saw it. I thought I saw it. Got a quarter. There's a whole bunch of stuff like right around here. Multiple targets. Got a dime. Alright. There it is. Got another penny. There's something else. another penny. Jeez, oh Pete's. And then bottle cap. Oh, hey. Check it out. It's a little toy soldier. Huh. That's pretty cool. Put that in there. Yeah, sure. That's going to be a bottle cap. Or not. Ah. A screw of some kind. Alright. Check it out, guys. Found this big old earring. It's junk, doesn't even look like it's silver. Big old earring, that's kind of cool. It's just kind of sitting right there on the surface. Right here by the trees still. Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to get any underwater shots after all, unfortunately. But that's alright, I'm going to keep hunting and see what I can find. I'm about waist deep out in the water, and like I said, it was high tide about 2 hours before I started, so about 3 hours ago. I'd say I've been out here for about an hour. So I don't know, I feel like I'd have to go out farther in order to be able to get where people are swimming and stuff. Ugh. But there's kind of two shorelines. So right here, you guys just saw the waves break right here. There's like, the land is like this. Ugh. See, the waves just broke right there. There's a lip right there, and then the water keeps going farther up on land as just regular waves. So I don't really know where this stuff might be. I had searched a little bit on the other side of this little land right here in the water, and I wasn't finding anything. But I'm gonna walk this way a little bit in the water and then get back out and search on the other side of the land right there and see if that makes a difference at all. Alright guys, so I just dug a bottle cap here, and there's something right there. Again, looks like a junker. There's a couple of people around, so I'm not freaking out, but I want to. This is sitting right there. Okay, so it's gold. It is gold. There's no way those diamonds are real though. No way. It broke the ring. How beautiful is that? can just see my spiral a little bit right there, which is where I found the first ring. There's those trees that I was hunting. I'm by another couple of trees, and it was just sitting right there. Just right there on the ground. Look at that. Yes! So, I'm going to keep looking around here so I can see if I can find another piece of this ring. I mean, it was sitting, you guys saw it right there. Just right there. Ah, this is stupendous. Alright, so I'm going to put that in my bag. And see if there's any more. There's something here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bottle cap. Oh, yep, there it is. Yep. Bottle cap. There's something else here. Honestly, it sounds like foil. Yep. Foil. I'm starting to learn the sound of foil. Quarter, guys, and a bottle cap. They're getting ready to start. Alright guys, so I just finished my hunt for today, and I had a couple of things that I wanted to talk to y'all about before I get into my finds and show you everything. A couple of people had asked me to kind of follow up on some things that I've talked about on my previous videos, so I wanted to do that. So the first one is, a bunch of y'all wanted to know how it went with the ring return. And in case you didn't know, I found a platinum ring at Fred Howard Park probably about, gosh, I would say a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago I found it. And I was contacted on my Facebook page by one of the members of the metal detecting group here in Tampa. And he had told me that him and I think about 5 other members of the detecting club, they went out to Fred Howard Park to look for this particular ring and they couldn't find it. And he saw my video and they were looking for a men's platinum wedding band, the same kind that I found. So I contacted the guy and it turns out it was his ring. So I met up with him, well not him, but I met up with his dad. His parents live here in Tarpon Springs and him and his family came down to visit for a couple of days, and it was while they were visiting that he lost his ring. So I met up with his dad and his mom for dinner, and you know, we chatted for a while, and I showed them the ring, and it was his ring. They had pictures and everything to prove that it was his ring. So the ring return went well for him. Kind of bad for me because obviously I had to give away or give back my very first ring find. But it was his ring, so that's how that went. The next thing is the plasti dip that I put on my pinpointers. So let me show you guys. So this is one of my pinpointers. This is the, here, let me fix the zoom. This is the Gold Digger Land or Sea pinpointer. And I got this from the Gold Digger metal detectors, but I had coated probably about the last inch and a half or so in plasti dip. And I wanted to show you guys how that was holding up. A couple of y'all have asked, you know, how's it doing? Is it peeling off or anything? And as of right now, no. I mean, it's got some sand stuck on it, but you know, it's because it's it's rubber, so it, you know, sticky a little bit. Not really sticky. I mean, it's smooth, but you know, little bits of sand stick to it, but they can wipe right off. Anyways, so this is it, and I know you can't really tell, but it's not peeling off. Those little bubbles you see there are from when I had dipped it, and because I dipped it in like this, and when I pulled it out, you know, obviously this was the last piece to go in or whatever, so there was a little air bubble, and you know, it popped once it dried, so that's what the divots are. But I mean, you can see it's not peeling off at all. You know, it's still on there really, really well. I'm sure if I really wanted to peel it off, I could, you know, if I just keep scraping along the edges. But I mean, it looks good. It's still holding up, and I've taken this out in the salt water several times, and this is how it looks. You know, I mean, it's still in perfect condition, honestly. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on what that was. Again, this is my Land or Sea pinpointer, and I used plasti dip, and you can get it at Lowe's, Home Depot, probably any kind of hardware type store, and it's PLSTI or PLASTI, and it's got a little dash and then DIP, and you can get it in a spray can or in a can that you can like actually dip inside, and I got the dipping kind. So that was that. I also want to talk about this shovel that I got. Let's see. We'll zoom in a little bit. Okay, so let me grab it. Hang on. Alright, so this is a shovel that I got from Michael Oliver, and I'm sure a couple of y'all already watched his channel. He's another metal detector, obviously, but he uses, well, he makes these shovels, and he's used them in a couple of his videos, and I'll put a link to his channel down below in the description down below, and then also over here you're going to see a little eye inside of a circle. If you click on that, it'll have a link to his channel. So he made me a shovel that I could try out here in Florida, and I want to show you guys. He put my name in it. Look at that, She Detector. How cool is that? And then obviously that's their logo. I don't know if it's just him by himself or if it's him and a buddy, but that's the logo, and they put my name in there. And I can't thank him enough for sending this to me. This is really, really nice of him to send to me. And it's plastic, entirely plastic, so once you scoop something up, you can swing your coil right over top of it because there's no metal in it. So you can see if you grabbed the target first time or not. So I did hunt with this last weekend out on the boat, and I wasn't able to do a whole lot of hunting with it because it was really, really rough out there and I was getting beat up, and retrieving the targets was difficult because of how rough the water was. But I know a couple of y'all have told me that you've broken several of your scoop handles before. I think this is a good alternative because it has so much give. It's gonna take you a lot longer, or you're gonna have a lot harder of a time breaking a plastic handle because it gives so much. But I had fun with it out on the boat, and with these big holes. I mean, you guys can see. I mean, I can fit like the whole tip of my index finger through one of the holes, so they're good size holes. This thing sifts some mad amounts of sand. It's really, really good at sifting sand, especially in the water. And, you know, with today's sand that I was hunting in, mostly dry, oh my god, this thing would have been awesome out there. And I should have taken it, but overall, I really like it. I like that you can swing your coil over it, and, you know, because there's no metal in it. So that's definitely a plus compared to my T-Rex, where, you know, I don't know if the target's in there unless I swing my coil over where I was just digging. So yeah, so that's that. I wanted to show it to you guys one more time. So that was that. Alright, so now we can get into all of my finds for my hunt. So I'll start off over here with these finds first. Now this is what I found when I was out on the boat hunting with my new shovel. Again, I was only finding crap targets and they were really close to land. I didn't find anything worth writing home about, honestly. So these are those finds. That was for my hunt last weekend. Now these are from my hunt today at Clearwater Beach. So I'll start off with all of these bottle caps over here. These are pieces of plastic that I picked up just kind of lying around on the beach. Got all my pull tabs. These here are little bits of foil, different kinds of foil. These are like the caps that come like on your ketchup and mustards. All of those I found. These are the drink packets, and all my stuff's about to blow away. The drink packets in kind of like a metal container, and mayonnaise. This is some wire that I found near a restaurant. Some more wire. And some random bits of screw. This is, looks like a buttonhole from some jeans or something. And this, I don't know what this is. It's some kind of metal, obviously. I don't know what it is or what it's for, but I found that. And then I found these little pieces of plastic. This is a little G.I. Joe guy. He was kind of lying on the sand, and this came up in one of my scoops. I think I found that with a coin. And then here's all my coins. So I have $1 in quarters. I've got 3 dimes, 1 nickel, and 8 pennies. And then the best finds of the day are these little bits of jewelry. So this is a little, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. This is a little rose earring, and the post is broken off. And at first I was thinking it might be silver because of that right there, but it's painted, it's white, and while that is real nice and shiny under there, this part right here is not. So I'm thinking this part has been exposed to the elements a little bit longer, so it's probably some kind of like brass or something, but I don't think it's anything special. And then here's this earring that I found. Show that to you guys. This is just a junker. I checked all over it to see if it was any kind of silver or anything like that. It is not. And it's got a couple of missing bits over there. I mean, it's cool. It's my first really large earring. So there's that. And then the best finds by far says ring number 2 that I found. This is my second ring. Hi. We got little snoopers there. So this is my second ring that I've found ever. And I'm pretty positive it's junk. I checked all on the inside. There are 0 markings. I don't even think it's silver, honestly. I am going to check the stones in here. I do have a diamond tester. I'm going to check that upstairs. And I'm going to electrocute both of these rings and see how they clean up. And by electrocute, I mean put in some electrolysis. So this is ring number 1. And then this is ring number 2. Check that out. Again, this one is marked gold. I'm not going to tell you guys the carat. If you think it's yours, I don't know, I guess contact me and we'll see. So I'm not going to tell you guys the carat, but this is it. Again, I don't know if these stones are real. I'm going to check them. And that would be amazing if they are real, although I doubt it. But so yeah, this is ring number 3. So these are my 2 best finds for today's hunt. Or probably just about ever, just because I found 2 rings in one day. Who would have thought? I surely would not have thought. Not even a little bit. So, these are my good finds for today. And I've got my finds jar out here. Let's see. Alright, So I've got my fines jar here. It's not looking too shabby. So all of these coins will go in there. And there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put the earring in there, and I suppose that one too for now. Now I'm going to put my G.I. Joe guy in there, and I'm not going to keep the star. I'm pretty sure it's one of those glow-in-the-dark stars, but I'll put that in the garbage. So, and then these guys I'm going to take upstairs. I'm going to run them through the sonic cleaner, and then I'm going to electrocute them, and I'm going to check the stones to see if they are real. And once I do that, I'll take some pictures and show them to you guys so you can see how they clean up. I'm hoping they clean up pretty nice, but we shall see. Alright, so there's that. So I have one more thing that I want to talk to you guys about. Okay guys, so the last thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about is, as most of y'all probably know, Kelly Co. is kind of one of my sponsors. And because they're one of my sponsors, I get the amazing, awesome privilege of getting to test out different machines. So I've tested out a couple of machines from them already, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. So usually I get a lot of recommendations to test out this machine or that machine from you guys, and you know, obviously I can't test all of them because one, there are so many machines out there, and two, it would take me forever to be able to test all of them. So what I did was I worked with Mark from Kelly Co. and I kind of came up with a list of a couple of machines that vary in price, and they vary in frequency, and also whether they're VLF or PI, pulse induction. So I came up with a list, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys pick from this list of machines which machine you want to see. Not necessarily see me test, but just see the machine in general. You know, maybe you've heard about it, or you've seen a couple of videos, or seen people talk about it in the forums, and maybe you were curious on that particular machine. So you guys get to decide which machine I'm going to use next. So here's the list. Okay. So here's the list of machines that I have. Now these are all different brands. I'm not, going to stick to one specific brand. Again, we came up with this list, and it's up to you guys to decide which one you want to see. So the first one is, now I've got these in order based on price. So I've got, $1 sign, $2 signs, and $3 signs. And I'll show you guys in the description below what category I kind of put that in. But they are in order based on price. They're not in any other kind of order. So the first one is the Viper Hybrid Trident. Now this is a VLF machine, and it has one frequency, and it's not very expensive. The next one is the Tesoro Sand Shark. This one is a PI machine. Now this is pulse induction. It has 0 frequencies, and it's slightly more expensive than the Viper. The third one is a Tesoro. I really don't know which one it is. Tesoro, I'm not sure. But this is a Tiger Shark. This one is a VLF, and it has 1 frequency, and it ranks on $2 signs. The next one is the Detector Pro Headhunter Underwater. This one is also a VLF. It has 1 frequency, and it's ranked on $2 signs. And the next one is the White Beach Hunter 300. This is also a VLF. Now this one has 2 frequencies, and it still ranks in $2 signs. And then the last one is the Fisher CZ21. This is also a VLF. It has 2 frequencies. This one's slightly more expensive, coming in at $3 signs. So now you guys are actually going to select which machine I'm going to test out next on this video. So what you're going to do is there's going to be a little eye over here in the circle. You're going to click that, and I'm going to give you the options to select which machine you want to see. So now, unfortunately, the most I can put in this little eye is 5 options. So obviously I've got, you know, one too many. So because I've got 2 tesseros on here, I'm going to start with the PI machine. So you're going to be able to choose A, B, D, E, or F. I'm not going to put C in there because it's a VLF and I've already got several other VLFs on there. So I'm going to start off with the PI machine first. So again, I'm going to list these on this video, and by clicking in this little eye, you can go and select which machine I test out next. So you have, I'm going to give you guys about a week to let me know which one you want to see next. And then my next video will be testing out this machine, whichever one you guys pick. So yeah, this is completely on you guys. Whatever you want to see, it's entirely in your hands. So make sure you know, I guess vote or, you know, select what you want to see. And then I'll do it. I'll make it happen. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I know there was a lot in this video. I got a new shovel, I found 2 rings, you guys get to select which machine I test out next. Whole bunch of stuff in this video. And of course, we cannot forget the Anderson shaft that I have on my machine, which is amazing. So thank you, Pete Anderson, for making me part of the test team and sending me your amazing shaft. Oh yeah, I know. I'm sure I'm gonna see comments. I love Pete's shaft. Anyways, oh gosh. Anyways, it's amazing. I love it. I do want to mention though. I know there are several times where I talked about how this aftermarket shaft makes the detector lighter. It doesn't necessarily make it lighter. It brings the weight of the control box closer to your body. So by having it closer to your body, you're able to swing it in, I guess, smaller or shorter increments, I guess you could say. You know, having it, if it was like out here in front, then every time I swing, I'm swinging that control box by several feet. But by bringing it closer and having it under my forearm, now I'm swinging it maybe a foot, and it's just from my arm going, you know, in and out like that. So it doesn't necessarily, I wanted to correct that, it doesn't necessarily make the machine lighter, but it does make it easier to swing. It makes it feel lighter by bringing all the weight closer to your body. So I I wanted to correct on that, because I know a couple of y'all had said, oh, it doesn't make it lighter, it's actually heavier, I don't know. But so it's not actually lighter, it just makes it much more easier to swing, which makes it feel lighter, and it doesn't cause your shoulder to burn. So like my shoulder, I mean, I've got, you know, little girl shoulders, whatever. I would get very tired after, honestly, it would be about an hour of hunting not in the water, and my shoulder was on fire. So 2 hours of hunting on land, I was done. Like I didn't even want to walk back to where I needed to get back to. I was just spent. I had spent all of my energy. This shaft lets me hunt for longer without, you know, completely spending all of my energy. So it's definitely worth looking into, especially if you have, you know, shoulder issues or if you wear out really quickly. Definitely check into not necessarily just the over-under shaft, but all of the Anderson shafts, because they're all ergonomically made to make the hunt a little bit easier. So yeah, so that's all I got to say about that. I know this video is a little bit longer than, you know, some of my more recent ones. I know some of you guys like that, some of y'all don't. Sorry, I can't make everybody happy. But thank you for watching my video, and make sure to like my video if you like it. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I try to put out new videos every Monday. What else? Again, special shout out to Michael Oliver and Pete Anderson and Kelly Co. and anybody else that I might be forgetting. So yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later.